Good evening, all you fantastic people, and good evening, Fireball, you adorable little brat who just now decided to jump into my lap as I went live, because of course you did. Why wouldn't you do that? And apparently he jumped down again. Well then. So we're going to be doing something a little bit different here now, but while I reminisce, let me go ahead and hit continue here, so we load on in. And I can pause everything here that needs to be paused. There we go, refresh everything that needs to be refreshed. So we aren't technically going to be making any progress today, per se, because we've had a lot of basically a back and forth conversation about how shipyards work and, whether or not they can have different hulls between, the same racial faction, say the Ministry and the Talati, or whether it's, you'd have to have a whole brand new, 100 million assembly yard between each one of them or something along those lines. So we're going to try a couple of things here. The first thing we're going to try is we're once more going to attempt to basically hack into one of the shipyard components and see if we can get the blueprint for free. Now, I'm going to use the EMPs on multiple sections of the shipyard just because I don't know which section per se is the assembler. If that doesn't pan out, then we're going to go we're going to go over to split territory regardless, but we're going to go over to the split ooh, wait a second, now that I think about it, the split racial what the hell is it called, leader was kind of in the station that got destroyed over here. Well then, alright, let's go ahead and start our guidance there. And you know what, before I do this, let's go ahead and save over guiding star here, the first slot, because I want to make sure that we're not going to be losing our progress per se. Because autosaves are going to happen, maybe even quick saves might happen, we'll see. But I want to make sure that we're not going to get screwed over here. So what I'm going to do is, number one, I'm going to attempt to EMP the shipyard and see if I can get the plants. If that happens, if it works, then I'm probably going to quick save and say, woo-woo! Or actually, no, overwrite the main save, I'll say. Because, that's $100 and some million blueprint, and I sure as hell ain't going to turn down 160 some million. Regardless. But yeah, the main thing is I want to test out the shipyards, test out the hulls for the blueprints I can give it, see what it can craft. So we're going to be spending a lot of time, a good portion of time in Seda, probably buying a lot of components. I may sell most of my ships just to be able to make the money I need to get this thing up and running and self-sustaining, just so I can test this out and see, what kind of hulls it can do if I have to have, individual ones for each faction and so on and so forth. There is the possibility as well, because I do have a mod installed called Reverse Engineering, which, as the name, implies, allows me to reverse engineer ships. So the question then is, does that override the hull restrictions, potentially? And I don't really know the answer to that. If it does, then that means, whoop-de-freaking-do, I can have one hull, basically, or one shipyard that is able to do all the hulls. But we want to make sure that that's actually what's going to happen here. There's that sexy, sexy raptor that we got last time. Oh, that was literally 2 hours of me slamming my face, just like many of these episodes are. It is 2 hours of me slamming my head against a wall repeatedly, trying to break through it, and this time we actually succeeded. Just a little bit, but we succeeded. Because I got the raptor, but I did not get the monitor. So the main thing we were going to be doing, but of course it's already late in the freaking evening, but I did say I was going to be doing some X4 tonight, so I'm damn well going to do it for once. For once, I'm going to technically, live up to what I say. Cough. Cough, cough. But yeah.
Jump gate to Sonra, Vanguard.
Ooh, that's the big one, isn't it? I think that's one of the big ones. Oh yeah, that's definitely
Jump gate to
a
Grand.
fairly large transport.
Entering system to Grand.
Hard left. So even the Raptor might get sold just so I can have the money to get this test done with. We'll probably build it at the player HQ as well, just because I already have some stuff somewhat built there, I believe. What have I put on the player HQ? Or have I actually put anything? I think I've got the storage on the player HQ, and that's about it. Gas miner Charlie was destroyed in Tharka's Ravine. Why was it destroyed in Tharka's Ravine? Who the hell is fucking around Tharka's Ravine? It's probably the enemy, the Patriarch forces again, more than likely. More than likely. They like harassing my ships. Kill it with fire? Kind of, sort of, no. Well, if I find out who blew up my ship, I might, but I honestly don't care too much right now, because I'm not going to be, potentially not going to be keeping the progress anyway, so I don't want to, worry too much about it. I just want to get a shipyard built and test it out and see how things go.
Alligator mineral.
Tried to blast him as I was going by as a kind of payback, but unfortunately, it dodged quite well. Oh well. But yeah, because it's a bit of a flip a coin kind of thing when it comes to, do I need to have a different, like, assembler and maintenance bay for every single different, factions ships? Or is it merely, by race? Or can I somehow cheese it to the point where, one shipyard is good enough to get whatever the hell I want? Don't really know. Gonna find out. You genuinely have no idea what's going on. Basically, what's going on is I'm trying to, because it's already late in the freaking evening. I should probably be getting to bed real soon, if not already. So, but I did say I was going to be doing some X4, so I'm basically like, screw it. I'm going to do an hour or two of something quickly. And basically what we're doing is we are testing Shipyards. So I'm going to either hack the blueprint if it lets me, which I've heard mixed things about it letting me, not letting me. Let me, I know what, I don't care. I usually would kill him, but I don't really care right now. But yeah, I've heard mixed things about whether you can have, certain ship hulls, whether they're locked to certain factions or races and so on. So I want to test that and see what the truth is, per se. Oh, so that's where the warning was coming from. Where the hell's my fleet? So it looks like some frickin' enemy ships are attacking my station there. And of course, I assume my station doesn't have any turrets. Why would it have turrets? No idea. I guess that is something I have to go on there and customize somehow, but that's a pain in the ass.
Autopilot.
Let me go ahead and turn on my autopilot here for a second. Yeah, go. Please. Where the hell are you right now? Oh, you're still in here, apparently. Well, they're finishing off the last defense platform around there, so I don't really care about that. Come back here and defend. Please.
Autopilot. Disengage. Entering Arcus Ravine 16.
I mean, I'm close. Actually, no. I'm not just close. I'm in the freaking sector. Hard left. I'll deal with these punks myself. So I would really rather they not blow up my ship. At least now I know ahead of time for next time that, hey, there's some guys in the area. I should probably go hunt them down and murder them. Or send my fleet in, more accurately, I should say. But since I'm in the sector, I might as well go wipe them off the face of the universe. How dare they fuck with my station and ships? I mean, look at that monstrosity. It's beautiful. And it's probably still missing one damn station piece, I bet. That's under construction. It's like, all they need is a little Claytronics, man. Get your shit together. The turrets are definitely holding them off a little.
Live not much longer. Split not happy with us.
You're damn right I'm not.
Dragon.
Oh, there's another dragon. They had two dragons. Right. Pardon me as I blow you to shit.
Bad split make you go.
And don't come back, assholes. Right. Now that those pricks are dealt with... I was about to say, did they destroy the frickin' shipyard again? But no, they didn't. No, they didn't. No more dragons. Yep. That was mildly annoying. Right. So, I did... There was one slight wrinkle in the plan, in that I forgot that the Xenon decided to be the lovely space chads and blow up the most of the equipment dock here last time, which has my faction rep in it. So, yeah, it's gonna be difficult a little bit to get the faction rewards that I want, or the faction blueprints that I want. If that is the case. This is the thing that concerns me, is I can't actually add... There's no options to add any shields or weapons to the station, so I don't really know how I'm supposed to do it. Which is a problem, obviously. Alright, but let's focus on our,
Arcus Ravine 8.
let's focus on our objective for now, and we'll deal with that afterwards. You play the game that I come to see.
Drop my cargo. Awaiting orders.
I'm gonna say escape, just because I think it was another rattlesnake that told him to drop his cargo. But yeah. So, I need to find the assembly yard on this thing. Assuming it even has one. This seems like a standard split connector there. Yes. Everything on this wharf seems to be just the normal kind of connectors and crap. I don't actually see any modules that would build ships. Well, you know what? Well, we have something right here. That's a mission spark, though. Well, let me check something here quickly then. Because I did use very similar ones on my own station. So let's plan build. And let me zoom in on the... No, the straight connector is different. So maybe it's the one? Well, let's test it and find out. Let's do a quick save here, because again, that doesn't really matter right now. Thanks, Ronnie, mate. Appreciate it. Hey, Sephiroth, welcome. Now saving. Please wait. Still saving. Please wait. There we go. Alright. We are going to... We're going to test it on this guy right here.
Hello.
Hey, Dark Wolf. How's it going?
Dragon.
Alright. Ugh, that's nasty, though. I only have one EMP left. I think we lost one before because of bullcrap. Launching EMP. Alright, let's get back to the ship.
Docking granted.
Pardon me. Where's the EMP? There it is.
EMP.
Trigger the bomb. Get up. Get out. Get funky.
Dragon.
Not too much. I decided to see if I could test shipyards today to see how they function. We're probably not going to keep the progress we make just because, again, I might sell half of my ships or all my ships just to make up the money I need, but hey. Ah. Nice, mate. Ah, yes, SpaceX. That was definitely a... I saw a little bit of that, but I didn't pay super amount of attention, but yes. Data decrypted. Data decrypted. Data decrypted. And the final one. Are we going to get anything? Is it going to give us a blueprint? Let's find out. Come on. Ah, permanent trade subscription. I thought as much. So we didn't get a free blueprint from that. Actually, that being the case, let's go ahead and test it. Let's go ahead and test it on the big shipyard. Since I can't really see a actual, like, building platform on this thing at all. So I don't really know. I wish I had more than one freaking EMP to test with. But unfortunately, I lost the other one for reasons. Sigh. 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 So yeah, we'll head over to the other big shipyard. We'll try using it on the on its like main construction yard and see if we can get a blueprint from that. I don't honestly expect to. I'll try at least, twice when I get there just to see. But I think I recall once we detonated like 3 EMPs around it and couldn't get shit, so... But still, I'll give it another good try before heading off to the equipment dock and chatting with her so we can buy the blueprint and just test it off of that, which will obviously be the most expensive way to do it. Probably have to sell most of the ships I have at that point just to be able to test the station building with that, since I would like to make it somewhat self-sufficient if I can, which means I'm probably going to need a lot more blueprints than I have at this time. So I'll have to buy them all to test this out. But I won't really know what it needs until I build it. Because I don't think... Let me check the faction calculator here. See if it has anything for that. SM Ship Fabrication Bay. And SM... Maintenance Bay. Right. No, it literally tells me nothing about the resources required, because technically they almost don't have resources that they produce or need. So it's not like they're producing say an intermediate product like say Claytronics or something like that. They're straight up taking, you know, main products and producing a variety of different types of ships. So the different kinds of resources is going to... Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can't either, but someone else I know said different, so I'm like, you know what? Fine, I'll try it. I'll see if that works. It's probably not going to, because I could swear I tried it before as well, with like 3 separate EMPs and nothing happened. So, yeah. Still, I'll give it the old try, see what happens, and more than likely, once it fails, I will head over and just buy the damn blueprint. Assuming that the station has been relatively repaired enough that I can dock again and be able to actually make that trade. But the main issue that we have is that I'm getting... Basically, I guess I'll say I'm getting reports on each... It's hard to tell whether each faction's shipyard / maintenance bay is exclusive to that faction along with the ships of that faction, or if they are, you know, locked to the race. So, say Split, Talati, Argon, Paranid, you know. Or if they're just general and you can, you know, build whatever SM class ships you want as long as you have the blueprints. Which I might be able to do with the reverse engineering mod that I put on there. Which I had for a long time. I think I got that like forever ago. Don't even know if it works, honestly, because I've never had the chance to test it. Hey, Gorless, welcome. So we're going to test that out tonight. Because I figure we can keep talking about it and talking about what might work, what might not work, or I can... And Ragnaros 28. Okay. Apparently I still have the online features enabled. Huh. Well, I have it disabled, but apparently it's not disabled? Huh.
System, art of acrimony.
Unless ships that already entered my space are staying in my space, but whatever. Because unfortunately, I can't make use of the venture feature, which would have been a nice way to get some, just another alternate way, I should say. Not the only way, but a nice alternate way of getting a lot of the high-tech kind of modification components. But now I'm stuck slaughtering Xenon for it, apparently. Sigh. Which I suppose I could do with impunity if I went down to Hiwa's twin, which is currently under a bit of a siege of Xenon right now. This is actually lagging me out every time I look near there, so yeah. Hopefully the Talati down there will send some kind of fleet to deal with that, but hopefully they know how to, you know, judge a situation per se, because, yeah, that's kind of bad there. It's kind of a bad scene, man. Right. We're going to go ahead and save up here again. We're going to attempt to detonate it on here and see what happens. Probably nothing. It's just going to give us a trade subscription, I'm pretty sure. But we'll try. And then we'll move on. Then we will move on with our lives.
Request permission to dock. Docking permission granted.
Typically, you want a good flat surface for when you use your EMP.
Dragon. Split shipyard.
Pew!
Dragon.
Out of my chair.
Hello.
Now, of course, for those that don't know, this is basically a little trick here to avoid getting reputation loss by detonating EMPs on stations.
Spacesuit
If I were to detonate this while I was still in my spacesuit, they would get very, very, very pissed off at me. If I do it while I'm in my ship and in my seat, I believe. Don't know if I have to be in the seat or just be on the ship is good. But it somehow negates the fact that I planted an EMP on their shipyard and detonated it. Lost the signal. Yeah, 90% chance this isn't going to work, but hey, let's try it anyway, just for the, for science! Cryptid, nothing so far. And the final one, which is pretty much guaranteed to give me a trade subscription. Drum roll. And yay, a permanent trade subscription! Which was not what I wanted, but hey. Why can I not? Oh, and apparently there's someone trying to contact me here too. Yeah. Unfortunately, my friend, I don't care. I don't care if you need help. So yeah, just like I thought, because usually it's not necessarily a percentage chance. If you detonate an EMP on any kind of production unit, as long as you have the research, the first thing you're going to get is the blueprint, typically. And then you would get a trade subscription afterwards. But yeah, no, we didn't get shit. So I expected as much. I don't know why he was letting me, or saying that once you get all the research unlocked, you can somehow do it. But no, it's not a thing. I didn't think it was a thing. And yeah, lo and behold, not a thing. Because again, I could swear I launched 3 EMPs on it before and detonated them all at the same time and kind of, you know, tested the same thing and just wouldn't, nothing happened there. I think at most I got, like, what, a trade subscription, a discount, and some other junk, but that was about it. So yeah, no, that's not going to work out. Hey, Rustafari, welcome. Not too bad, just testing out some shit tonight. Since I've heard some many mixed things about Shipyards, I figured I'd test it out here and see what's what. Alright, so the EMP option was a bust, kind of like what I thought it would be. So that being the case, we're going to go and ram the station apparently, because, whoa. Right, we're going to head to the equipment dock. Somewhere. There it is. And hope that it's intact enough for me to land on. Otherwise, well, that's going to suck, and I'm just going to have to go buy the Talati version, I guess. which should be secure considering I've been keeping that station under lock and key, defense-wise. I've fought off multiple Xenon fleets that were attempting to destroy the station that has the Salati rep. Unfortunately, I really wish there was a kind of a backup building or something like that. So if, say, the equipment dock gets destroyed completely, which I don't think it can be, because it is a faction rep location, then they shift over to another shipyard slash, shipyard wharf equipment dock, but no. Because the little king symbol, I believe, at least that's what it looks like to me, seems to mark the faction rep. But I'll double check that in a second here once I slide my way through this gate, aim myself at the next one. There's my monstrosity of a station on the right here. Honestly, it's not that much of a monstrosity. You can make a much bigger one. It's kind of new to X4, wondering why the rescue mission for the Boron is not responding to me. Landing at the dock that I just built. Unknown station. Is that a known glitch? You have to go to the research lab and he'll be there. Typically. Because, yeah, it's land at the... blah. Land at the station, then go to the research center, and you will see him there. Right, what was I doing there before I got... I think I was going to check and see whether this thing was functional yet or not. Let's check plan build. No, it's not. They still got hull part production issues. Let me see if he's still there. I landed, but it still says to land. Yeah, because it's land and then go in there. It doesn't necessarily tell you at times. Of course, you have to build a dock in order to do it, but hey. But it says, as you said, you already have one built, so yeah. He's like, oh, hello! It's nice to see you face to face. Ah, it worked. There you go. No problem. I will mention as well, since you are to this point, if you do want to unlock the new split missions... and, of course, the parented missions as well, along with that. You need to unlock the... Because once you're done the HQ mission chain, which is one of the requirements, you also need to complete the HOP. I think it's... Is the HOP? I believe it is, yes. Yeah, HOP mission chain, which you can get... You can usually find it either in Argon Prime or in Hatikva's Choice, where the... Hop are basically congregated here, or hat, not hop. Yes, hat. If you look in your mission log, when you fly through those sectors, you should find a new main mission there, and once you get through that whole chain, you will eventually be able to, and that's actually a hostile ship right there that I can go mess with, but I don't want to right now. You should be able to unlock the new mission chain, as somebody you meet will eventually be on your station at that point. The one thing I will say, though, yes, I'm basically at the last mission for it right now. Well, for one half of that, because you get to choose which of the two factions you side with, either the Free Split Families or the Patriarchy. I chose the Split Families, and basically they're asking me to supply them with a fleet. And I hope the reward for that is astonishing, because if it's not, I'm going to be furious. Because literally, I think, what was it, I mathed the cost of it. I'm trying to remember, I think I can pull it up here quickly. Let me see. X4 shiz. Just open that in the other window here. The total cost of, and this was a rough still, probably a bit off, of all the ships they're asking me to provide them basically for free in order to complete the last mission, is 184 million credits. Build a fleet, etc. I'm just doing what I can. Basically, there's a lot of good ways to make money. One of the main ones, if you want money fast, like snap fast, the quickest and easiest way is to get the Odysseus Vanguard, which I kept, but you can grab it and sell it. In order to get it, of course, always follow along the main corridor here when you first start the game, because it unlocks a lot of sectors for you to be able to view. Let me not skip past the location I'm going to here, though, quickly, and then I will show that off. But another thing I will say before that is, if you really want to, one thing I always suggest, basically, is later on you're going to want to know a lot of information about all of the different stations so your traders can kind of do their thing. So you're going to want to deploy satellites near every station you can, or at the very least... Damn, so they did destroy it, basically. Shit. That's good. That is not good. So we're going to have to go with Plan B. Oh well. Plan B it is. But yeah. But we can hold here for now. Actually, what? I can let the autopilot take me to Plan B.
Autopilot.
There we go.
Engaged.
Alright. So... after exploring the main kind of circle hub and dropping satellites everywhere if you can, because that's always a good thing to do. In the Holy Vision sector, if you skip through the side gate here to Faulty Logic 1 and Faulty Logic 7, I guess it is, and go at about I'd say, about a 60-degree angle from the gate, somewhere like right around here-ish, essentially. Somewhere around here. You'll find a cluster of 4 asteroids, and near that will be the Odysseus Vanguard, which is a really nice little L-class destroyer, I believe. And you can sell that thing right away for 8 million. Now, the one thing is, flying it, like, if you want to keep it with all of its... well, it's not going to have components intact, but still. If you want to keep it... the entire area is a minefield. There's mines everywhere in this system. So what you can do to avoid that is just take your ship, and in order to get it, you have to send a Marine, so make sure you bring a Marine. You just have to send him out to board it, and he'll just do his thing eventually. It'll take him a while, but yes. A lot of derelict ships, pretty much the main derelict ships that are actually derelict per se, they're all in static locations, so you can find them just by that if you want. Ships that bail, however, typically they're caused by you, but beyond that, you don't find them too often. Yes, 184 million is what they want me to spend on their fleet. Luckily, I already have a couple of the ships they request, so I can basically refit them to their request, and then I'm good to go. But yeah, that's a good way, and if you leave the sector with your ship and then order it to follow you, it will not trigger any of the mines. So that's the quick, easy way to get it out of that sector without damaging it. Or you can literally just click on it once it's, go out and repair it just to make the, biggest bang for your buck, per se. Right-click on any big shipyard and sell, done. No longer your problem at that point. And there's a quick 8 million. The other thing I would say to make a decent amount of money is Nvidia mining. Yep, get a Marine. You can just go to any station, hire somebody, and be like, you're a Marine now. You can dock in an equipment yard or shipyard, and then just straight up, go to the crew tab and hire them from that, if you're so inclined. Either way, it doesn't matter how you get the Marine. Yep, and he will captain the ship, yep. Just make sure that once he's boarded, if it doesn't do it automatically, you can go to the crew screen and hit a button at the top that basically says promote highest skilled individual to captain. Usually that only really happens if you have multiple crew that board something. Oh, of course I gotta do the slide. But yeah, other than that, the biggest bang for your buck early on, once you get some good money, is to... In order to not blow it up, you basically leave the sector.
Successfully docked.
So you take your ship that you flew there with to capture it, fly back through the gate, and then order it to follow you. Because if you're out of sector, they won't trigger mines. The other, of course, big moneymaker is Navidium early on, which your best bet, again, is to drop satellites at all of the main trading docks, all of the main shipyards and wharfs, because the more trading centers you have, the more the more targets you're going to have to sell to. If I zoom out right now, I have two Wyverns, which are a I think they're an L class miner, which I got for free because I, kind of stole them. Selling 2,000 Navidium is going to get me 900,000 credits. And that's at a station where the demand wasn't that high. Zoom out a little bit more. Oh yeah, they want 4,000. So right here, because they want more of it,
This is Sector
1.1 million.
Comms channel open. Reporting an attack against this station. Confirmed. Criminal record has been updated.
The fuck?
Hey there, partner. Where have you wandered off to?
Did we attack the goddamn Ministry of Finance again somehow? Apparently we did. That really grinds my gears a little, per se, because they do that a lot and it pisses me off. There's actually, I think I'm still on version 3.1 rather than 3.2, which is currently in the testing phase, per se. But they apparently did add a fix there, which somewhat prevents your own ships from pulling that kind of bullshit, where they decide to, the beta version, basically attack stations and then you can't really, screw you over. I like second contact here for my Nvidia mining just because it's right next to the highway, which makes it a nice, easy kind of go wherever the hell you need to sell stuff kind of location. And then, but the reason why I'm manually doing this and not setting them up as auto miners is essentially the range. I'm sending a lot of them to a much further location than the auto mining range would give them. I'm also making use of a trade script for my traders, just because the default trade script is kind of meh overall. Let's go to the representative. So if I go to my actual, and this is one of the things I love about the trade script though, is it gives you notifications to your logbook, like right here. So they are buying buying and selling plasma conductors. They bought them for 2,000 or 245,000, and they're going to get 142,000 credit profit. Likewise here, I can see same thing. Advanced electronics is being bought and sold for 173,000. Ooh, that's a good one right there. They've got quite a bit more money off of that. Claytronics, I'm really tempted to remove.
Immediately, you will now suffer the consequences. This is Sector Security.
Okay, where the fuck is that going on? Because that is pissing me off. That shit's happened a lot, and it really aggravates the ever-living shit out of me.
Something hit us. Acknowledged.
Where the hell are you? Because you're probably the reason that I'm getting these warnings. No, in Thark's Ravine, he got destroyed. That's aggravating beyond belief. Yeah, I may have to upgrade to the frickin' beta build. Hopefully it doesn't break any of my damn any of the damn mods I'm using. But yeah, I'm getting really irritated by my own ships somehow attacking stations when that they shouldn't be doing it, but they somehow are managing to. And it's driving me nuts. Regardless, we're testing today, so I'll fuck about and fix that later.
Greeting. It's an honor to see you.
Go
here.
ahead.
I want to buy
Make
some
my
blueprints. Hey, thank you for the follow there, Rustafria. Appreciate it. Rafari. Words. Cough. Modules. K. This is why I was really, really hoping I could get it for free. As it turns out, it's super expensive. Select, select.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Make my day.
Hey, Gorless, thank you for the follow there, good sir, as well. Welcome to the shenanigans. So that's going to cost me 151 million credits to acquire the small medium ship fabrication and maintenance bay. So again, it's going to be hard to test because I can't buy any good blueprints now, and I can't go to the ministry to buy blueprints because somebody done pissed them off.
Good profit to you.
And pissed me off along with it. Okay. Yanamus Zura. Keep that damn elephant. Did I return him home? Where the hell are my elephants? Heart of Acrimony, too. Oh, yeah, you're the new one. Oh god, do I have to send you all the way over here? That is annoying. No. You cannot get the ship fab docs through scanning. I've tried. I could be wrong, but at least, I've tried and it doesn't seem to work, so yeah. Anyway, I'm just gonna have you come back here. It's gonna take you a bloody... Actually, hold up. I have to fix you, don't I? Yeah, 'cause you practically have nothing. That's a problem. Hopefully that'll be completed soon. I wish I could call this guy back, but he's having issues building his own damn shit right now. Honestly, I could probably... Oh, no, you're saying you can't. Devs told you, yeah. Yeah, no, I definitely can't, unfortunately. So, the main issue is... Let me go ahead and put my plan build here. Rotate. Hmm. Okay, apparently you want to be difficult. Does that surprise me? Not really.
I was asked to drop my cargo.
Tell him to screw off. Okay, does that help you any? Why is this a problem? Why does that not want to connect to anything? Mm. Huh. Awkward. Awkward and very annoying.
Awaiting orders.
So, for whatever reason, I can literally not attach this to anything.
You will now suffer the
Oh.
consequences.
Apparently that one
This
was
is
viable.
Security. Comms
Oh.
channel open. Reporting an attack against this station. Acknowledged. Criminal record has been updated.
Who is attacking that fucking station? Swear to God. I am going to behead whoever the fuck is attacking that station. Of course, that's exactly what the problem is. Mm. Yep, 100%. I literally can leave no ships in this sector at all. Period. Because every time I leave them here, they decide they want to go and attack ships in the area. Or any, basically hostile quote unquote ships in the area. But that means that, lo and behold, when you attack ships in a sector that doesn't belong to you, you piss off the local law enforcement. Who knew? So yeah, because my ships are being retarded and deciding, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and attack this enemy in a wrong goddamn sector, I get to suffer for it. You know what? For the sake of this test, since I don't really give a shit about these things right now, I'm gonna say screw these damn things, because I'm a little bit pissed off right now that they keep fucking me. So I'm just gonna sell them. Again, I'm only doing this to fucking test it, so I really don't give a damn about selling any of the ships right now. But I'm 110% when I reload my save properly, I'm gonna have to get them the fuck out of there. Or I'm gonna have to download the update and then get them the fuck out of there. Cause so help me God, I am so fed up with them freaking attacking shit like that and, screwing my reputation. It costs a absurd amount of money. And I should say, it costs an absurd amount of money with a mod
Orders.
to get my reputation back. If I didn't have that, I would have to sit around the station and basically fuck about for a long period of time in order to, recover that reputation loss, which is kind of disgusting to have to do that because my, ships want to fuck around. Alright, how much do I actually need here? So we need, oh god, yeah, 4,914 Claytronics. Hull parts I also need. Don't need weapon components right now. Get rid of those. Let's go ahead and add Claytronics. But that has been an issue with this version. Didn't have it before. And it is beyond aggravating. How much money do I have right now? 95 million. Can I buy... Well, this is a ministry shipyard, so I probably can't buy shit. Uh, 37,000, 40,000. Eh, good enough. I'm gonna use that to buy and sell things there. Hey, welcome, Jan. Panthera, cough. Let's go for the whole thing. Why not? But yeah. So I'm gonna buy this large transport essentially. Buy up some more Claytronics and well, basically use that for buying and selling Claytronics. Because this boa has what's your hull size? 7,500 hull size versus this lovely beast, which has 40,000 hull, essentially. 40,000 cargo, I should say, capacity. But yeah, it just aggravates me to no end when those damn ships decide on their own that they want to attack a station and basically screw me over. While I'm here, let me go ahead and buy a ship blueprint. It'll have to be a small slash medium. So let's see, what can I get from the Talati that's a good medium class fighter? I mean, practically nothing, but still, let's see, what do they got? The Osprey Vanguard frigate, which is a turret hog, or the gunboat, which at least has two primaries. I don't think the Osprey has that. I know the Osprey also has. What's the shield on that one? So 33 and 20 versus. Yeah, let's go with the Osprey. Yeah, let's go with the Osprey. Where are the ships in your fleet? They're kind of everywhere right now, to be honest. Which is part of the problem. Osprey, Osprey. Osprey Vanguard. 10 million for the blueprint. Confirm. Right. Let's get back to my ship so that I'll be able to use the Seda so we can speed things up here a little bit.
Awaiting orders.
I don't even care about you right now, Wyvern. I'm having enough issues with my ships attacking friendly stations or pissing off the local security forces, thus annoying the ever-living crap out of me. But hey, it is what it is. Right, now that we've mostly accomplished what I wanted to, let's go ahead. Were they in your fleet? No, they were just kind of sitting around. I sent them basically to dock with the local shipyard here so that I could upgrade them, repair them, do whatever I needed to do with them. And they instead decided, basically, it's an issue I have with any single ship that has a weapon, which is every ship. Even traders have weapons. Because, as it turns out, when they're moving from station to station in that sector, they like to take pot shots at the enemy, which is the Patriarchy. Because I've kind of, pissed them off to the extreme. They're like -29 with me. So they are essentially my sworn enemy. And usually, as long as we're in a sector that's hostile to them as well, I have no problem with my ships attacking them. Kind of like the Free Split families. Absolutely no problem with my ships engaging them in the Free Split family space. But when they take the initiative to shoot at them in other sectors, that leads to me taking a reputation loss because they're like, oh no, we're under attack. This is unprovoked aggression. Security! Security! So, yeah, and then I lose reputation because they decided on their own that, you know what we're going to do? We're not going to follow our orders, we're going to attack this ship. Yeah. Yeah. Which, again, we're supposed to potentially or partially alleviate that in the 3.2 beta, so I'm going to probably enable that next time around. To fix this problem. Today, though, it really doesn't matter other than just kind of annoying me because I spent like an hour last time trying to figure out. Nope, turrets are not set to attack all enemies. I completely checked that last time. I made sure to set them to basically even disabled. No difference. They still decided to turn and use their main guns or whatever to attack them. It's very aggravating. I usually would have them set to defend the ship, but yeah. Whoops, and we whipped right through it. So yeah. But to have to go through each and every individual one of my ships and then make sure to set their turrets to that is just a pain in the ass. Nope, this is the wrong one. This is the wrong highway, my friend. Because my trade ships go along this highway all the time to trade at the various trade stations. Like that one that we just zipped by there a second ago. So, yeah. Yeah.
Entering system.
It's one of those annoyances. Again, next time I load the main save, I will probably, number one, send my fleet to my factory so that we can prevent them from blowing that up. Well, not blowing it up, from blowing up the ships around it, I should say. I will quickly remove the rattlesnake and tell the raptor to go somewhere else, because clearly they're going to about here. So perhaps I'll even send them to the free split. I should just keep all of my combat ships, regardless of what they are, in free split space, which, to be honest, and I just passed where I wanted to go. Whoops. Would suck, because I need to upgrade them if I'm going to use them, which the Raptor I'm 100% going to use. I need to upgrade them with Talati shields, because the split shields are trash. Split weapons are good, split shields are trash. So, yeah. Kind of like what we saw before there with the Raptor. It was actually, by itself, and this wasn't an order I gave it, it was deciding to stop what it was doing, which was docking, turn around and attack the ship. Yeah. And that's a ministry station as well, so I don't know if it's just like, I'm going to attack this small ship, and then all of its gigantic freaking rounds are slamming into the station behind it, or what the issue is, but either way, it's just, it's one of those kind of micromanaging bullshit issues that it has at times, where it's like, this shouldn't be something you have to deal with, but it is. There's a lot of little things like that, unfortunately.
Entering system. Nobilius Fortune.
Alright. My ship should be done by now. Nope, another 50 seconds to go, basically.
Entering
And we're in the home sector.
Exchange.
Now, the interesting aspect as well is, of course, there's a lot of things I'm going to have to supply this in order for it to work. Hull components, weapon components, engine components. So there's just a lot of different components that need to be provided to this in order to produce ships. The same kind of components that would be sent to the regular shipyards are going to be required here.
Autopilot. Engage.
Right. Autopilot, take me to it, because Pelican Sentinel's almost done. Or not, apparently. There we go. Now it's finally done. That was awkward for a second there. Alright, zoom out. Claytronics. Oh yeah, you can carry a lot more than the other guy could. Transfer wares and build
Autopilot
storage.
disengaged.
Confirmed. We can put on the brakes here before we ram into the station, which I would rather not happen. Pelican Sentinel. Once you're done with the first trade, lo and behold, I want you to make a second one.
Awaiting orders.
Trade with the build storage. Hull parts we're also going to need. Once you're done effing about, go ahead and do that. Let me check the required materials again. So my ship is providing the vast majority of Claytronics. When it comes to the hull parts, a lot of ships are bringing those in, which is good because I apparently need 18,000 of them. Energy components doesn't really matter too much, but yeah. Let's take a look at the logistics overview here. Do I actually have a hull part? What do I have on this station?
Permission to dock.
Well, not manage funds. I want to check the station itself, so no. The station does not have any production capabilities right now. It is literally just a couple of different kind of struts and storage. That's about it. That is about it. So, we got a lot of different trades going on. It's just a matter of time. So I'm going to hit this handy dandy SATA. Just let time cruise on by. We can see the various ships come in. So you notice that ever since I sold those two idiotic ships, we haven't gotten any more communications from the ministry saying, "Hey, you've been attacking our ships. Stop it." And every single time I ever, even when I was looking before, the issue had to do with that sector specifically. So it's that one damn sector that's causing me no end of problems.
Awaiting orders.
Your orders are, I don't care. Also, it's always adorable seeing him. His little hat or whatever looks like he has a gecko on his head. It's just adorable. But yeah. Again, building this thing is going to be almost just the first step, per se. Oh, wait a tick. So is the... Huh. I wonder... It's like, hang on a second. I want to try something quickly. Because I'm realizing something by looking at the shape of this. But I don't know... Do I still have my EMP? Ah, screw it, it doesn't matter. I was thinking that I could go... Because I think I realized what the actual station was. You know what, why not? Let's give it a quick try. Assuming that Heart of Acrimony 2, yeah. So let me go ahead and give this a quick try, then we'll load back here and keep it up again. And hey, I can also test whether or not the ships in that sector were causing an issue. Now loading, please wait. is probably going to be a lot longer of a part, per se, than I expected it to be. The universe is full of magical things, patiently waiting for our wits to grow sharper. Interesting. Honestly, this probably isn't going to work, but I'm going to give it a shot regardless. Hopefully we can make it quick. We'll see. We will see. I'm still 90% sure it's not going to do anything, but hey. I'd rather try it once. Just to see.
Request permission to dock. Docking permission granted.
Tried it on that one, it didn't do nothing, which was to be expected almost. Right. Start guidance to that again. Let's get this done quickly. I would like you to go dock here. You really don't have any orders, so go dock there as well. Just so you get out of the damn sector that I'm pretty sure is causing you to blow up things that I don't want you to blow up. Not that it matters, because I'm just going to revert back to the other save anyway, but, you know, just to see if I keep getting the same warnings.
Entering system. Argus Ravine.
While I'm at it, I can see what the turrets are set to on that, because I don't think I ever edited the turrets on the Raptor. Which was my newly acquired beast of a ship. They're all set to defend. Let's even disarm them for now. Alright. As for the rattlesnake, we just rammed into an asteroid. They were set to attack current enemy, but they would have to lock on for that anyway. So basically they would have to engage something for it to kick in regardless. So I'm thinking the main thing is that the ships are getting too close to the Ministry Station. An enemy ship is taking pot shots at them, and that forces them to return fire, hit the station, and piss them off, is my guesstimation of the reason. Because again, most of them are set to defend by default. So if that's what they're doing, it would explain a few things.
Argus Ravine 8.
And I'm not even going to care about the rep on this one. I'm just going to freaking blow it up and call it a day.
Go ahead. Make
Hey, thank you for the follow there, Jen Panthera. Or Pantera. Ah, goddammit. Words. Welcome to the shenanigans. Right, let's give this one last good try. See if we can get ourselves a free blueprint. If not, then I give up. Because none of this is the fabrication. This is the fabricator, apparently. This beastie right here. So yeah, we're just gonna straight up detonate this. It's gonna piss them off, but I don't really care. Boop. And detonate. So this is what happens when you detonate one of these while still in your spacesuit. You piss them off. Looks like just the, let me see, it's just the one station hostile to me, or is it the whole? Just the one station is currently hostile to me. Cryptid. Let's see. Because part of the issue is we didn't have the mine attached to the correct thing. In order to, say, get a production blueprint, you need to have the bomb attached to the actual portion of the station itself. If you have it attached to just any regular part of the station, you will not get the correct blueprint. If any blueprint. Decrypting the last data stream. Trade partner added to database. Interesting. So that saves me 10 million, but that wasn't what I was thinking of. Anyway, I figured that would be the case, but we had to test it anyway. Alright, let's go ahead and load it. Just because I did put the bomb on the wrong thing, but I figured let me give it one last good try just in case, but no. As I thought, not gonna happen. You cannot acquire the shipyard via that. If I had more EMPs, I could test a couple of them again, but I don't, unfortunately. Imagination is the only weapon in the war against reality. Geez. Well, while this goes ahead and loads, I think I'm gonna grab a quick drink, and then I will be right back. Ooh, breath. And of course, I have two adorable cats sleeping behind me. Right. Let the Sata begin again. And we can slowly watch these beasts come together. So yeah, you can see, judging by the shape of it, that was the correct thing. I don't know why it's being so goddamn difficult, though, when it comes to attaching that to something. Maybe... Actually, that's very interesting. Because if I'm not mistaken, hold on a second. And apparently now it's the Grand Exchange Equipment Dock. Because isn't... Ooh. That could be the reason. Can't put that there. Can't put it literally anywhere else. The reason being... Because this right here is a Talati, and this is the one thing I was trying to figure out. This is a Talati equipment dock per se, small medium equivalent dock, and that is a Talati storage unit. It might be that you can only, just like was mentioned, they might just be racially locked. So it could be that the hulls I can build. So if I had the, I'm gonna take a. Let me grab a dragon that I can drag over here. Actually, dragon. That is a. We are still at 4 times speed here too. So this is like ugh. No, I don't think.
Something hit us.
No, the dragon is. Run away.
Affirmative.
A lot of my ships are getting destroyed in that sector, I think. Where the hell are they? They attacked you in open market? Really? And see, this is the thing that pisses me off about the game, in a sense. Anytime my ships attack the Patriarch guys in, say, what the hell, Talati space, we get punished for it. If they do it, they don't get punished at worth shit.
I was asked to awaiting orders.
Although that might have been a Marauder, though.
Taking serious damage.
You're probably about to lose another ship. Let's see. I should have a satellite in that area. What was that ship? I don't know. It's a ZYA colonial frickin' chimera, so it is the patriarchy who are attacking my ships, and yet they're getting away with it, and I can't do the same. Annoying. Anyway, I digress. Yes, that's what I was doing. Dragon. I need a dragon. Luckily, I have many dragons. I even apparently have one sitting in Profit Center Alpha. So, my friend, I would love you to come over here and dock at the station, please. Let's take a quick look at my research here. See what I have that I can use. Pretty much nothing here, but that's whatever. Alright. Let's take a look at progress of this. So we're 37% done. It's apparently going to take half an hour to build this thing, which is why we have this. I believe the SATA is set to 4 times by default, so it's still going to take a good, 8 minutes or so. Unfortunately. But hey, that's a hell of a lot better than waiting half an hour. Information. Accept the estimate for the station budget. Does not currently have, or station building budget, I should say. It doesn't currently have an operating cost. But yeah. Yeah, that's ticking by a little bit faster now. Just a bit. Just a bit. So we need another 2,900 Claytronics. Which is basically what the Pelican is bringing. He's taking his sweet-ass time, though, about it. Where is he right now? Pelican, Pelican. Where you at, brother? He is in Black Hole Sun. Black hole sun. Why the hell do you have... Hmm. Like, you're supposed to have 1,700 Playtronics in your... Hmm. Awkward. For whatever reason, apparently he's only getting a portion of that in his inventory. Maybe he's buying it from... Maybe he bought 73 from one station and then the rest from another. Which is mildly annoying, but whatever. So which one is actually getting built first? The maintenance bay? Yeah, the maintenance bay is getting built first versus the fabrication bay, which is a shame because the thing that I actually want to be built first is the fabrication bay, but hey, there's not much I can do about that. Not much I can do about that. We still need a lot of hull parts too. Lot of hull parts. Luckily, we've got about 7,000 of them coming here so far, which actually, no, that, yeah, looks like we have exactly how many we need coming right now. Now, if only my ship could get its ass over here. Oh, he's got a lot of stuff getting dropped off here. Lodestones, unstable components, all that jazz. Oh, frack. Really? Really? For all the time I spent that one day sitting around here just waiting and waiting for shit to drop, and now I just casually glance around, and all of a sudden there's unstable crystals and lodestones and spacefly eggs literally everywhere. Are you kidding me? Oh, are you freaking kidding me? Oh, those all vanished. Well, that expired apparently, but still. I almost want to find a mod that increases the... I wonder if there's a mod that does that. I should take a look while this is doing its thing. Let's see if there's anything I can find. Um... Hmm. I don't see... Hmm. I see absolutely no mention of anything about making it last longer, unfortunately. So nobody, as far as I can tell, has any mod or advice on tweaking it to make that happen. Which is a shame. Alright. Oh god, it's gonna take an hour and 40 minutes, according to this, to build the actual fabrication bay. I mean, the maintenance bay is done. What does the logistics say about the maintenance bay? Not much, honestly. Hmm. That's everything that we have in our current setup per se. Yeah, no build in progress. No shit. I wonder if I can earn money from other ships coming to refit themselves here, though. That is the question. I might also need blueprints for the different weapons and components as well, because I don't necessarily have those either. Oh well, we'll see how fast this is ticking away here. It is going quite quick, though. So, I mean, it's still going to take an absurd amount of time. But hey, go say to go. So he made his first trip. Now he's going to go make the next one. That might not fill us up completely, though, because we might still need another 100 or so Claytronics. But we'll see. Wait, it's resources available, though, not resources needed. Oh, yeah, no, he's bringing more than needed, then, that being the case. There we go. Right. How far off is he, though? Pelican, Pelican, Pelican. You're back in Black Hole Sun. Well then, so he's going to the trades. He's not even going to factories. He's going to the bloody trade stations to buy this crap. Alright, that works, I guess. We'll see how much he gets in his inventory after he's done this. I wish I could do something a bit more entertaining while I have this on SATA, but unfortunately that's part of the process, sadly. As nothing I really do right now is going to carry over to next time anyway. I more so want to keep this as a testing platform for how the shipyard is going to work, because I can technically afford it, but I have to spend most of my money to afford it, and is it worth the investment right now at this point? Especially if it happens to be locked to a specific race or even minor faction. Pardon me. So that's the remaining Claytronics after all orders, then. Not how many he has on him right now, because he's full. You can see by that lovely little bar there. He is currently full of Claytronics. And bringing it in, so that's not the issue. Still, I will have him also grab some
Something hit us.
hull components. Run away.
Acknowledged.
Where are you getting assaulted now? Pirates are definitely getting very, very active on my trade ships, which is aggravating. Oh, great, now we got an autosave. Scree. Now saving. Please wait. Xenon. Oh, it's just the Xenon then. Okay. No need to be concerned if it's just the Xenon. Turn the SATA back on. Uh, 24%. He is bringing what he can. And it looks like this guy's bringing the last of the hull parts I need as well. So with that, we're pretty much good to go. I wonder where my Raptor's at. Did he make it to the station I told him to go to? Oh no, because I sold him. Yeah, because I got tired of his shit. So I just outright sold him because it didn't matter. Forgot about that. Well, now I know. Now I know exactly where he went. 30%. We're slowly getting there. And the Raptor is a hell of a ship too. I worked my ass off to get that damn ship. It took me like what? 6, I would say, maybe 7 attempts to get that ship. It was I threw the whole kitchen sink to get that damn thing. I threw all of my Marines, all of my ship's crew, everything that I could to capture that ship. And at the end of the day, out of the 96 or so Marines I sent on board, only 9 of them survived. And the previous times I tried, they had all died and left about 18 or so survivors. I think the lowest I got was 15. But yeah, the main difficulty in that capture was that we had friendly, quote unquote, forces engaging the damn ship, even though I didn't want them to, but I couldn't do anything to stop them. Because it was their damn space, it's their sector, and they basically do whatever the hell they want. So yeah. There was absolutely nothing I could do to prevent them from doing that. Okay, looks like all the hull parts are here, I think. So now I just need my Pelican and his Claytronics. Where are you at, Pelican? We also have the Monitor here, which is one of the ships I need for the main mission. Hmm. So we should have everything then. If that's the case, we can't transfer anything else, then yes, we have all the resources needed to complete this now. It's just up to time. But that's what the SATA is for. So yeah, I'm trying to remember how many was required, because for some damn reason I had I had acknowledged the mission with we were going with the free split families, and it had given me the mission, and I could have swore I saved after that, but apparently I didn't. So we're basically back at the whole point of making the decision again. But I can still do that. Where again they're going to request me a 184 million in ships, which was 2 monitors, I think, 3 rattlesnakes, and then 8 or so dragons. Something along those lines. Each of the monitors were about 64 million. One of them I already have anyway because I captured it. The rattlesnakes were 20 million a pop for what they wanted outfit wise. And the dragons are usually a couple of million. We're at 50%, slowly getting there. It's like watching paint dry. Well, let's watch. Oh God, yeah. Look at all of that. Look at all this crap here. God damn it. I waited so much time last time, but none of this popped up, and now I just look around and space fly eggs everywhere, lodestones everywhere. God damn it. Alright, let's turn over this way and watch paint dry. Because then we can watch it dry in action. Crank it to the limit. You can see it slowly coming together. What is my... After my ship decided it wanted to F about, what did that bring my faction relations down to with the ministry? Still +8, because thankfully We had them already at a very good state anyway. I really should head there next time when it's back up to plus 10 and get the Ministry Helper tick. And once I get to 20, then we shouldn't have to worry any more about the issues we were getting. At least that's the hope and the dream. Whether it actually succeeds or not, well, that's a whole nother story. That is a whole nother story. But yeah, where is the monitor? It should actually be nearby. Oh, apparently he's not in sector. Where is he? Oh, no. What am I doing? I know exactly where he is. Why am I even looking for that? Clear the guidance, please. There we go. So yeah, the monitor is actually what I... Words, cough, words. I had moved it to a different sector previously for what we were actually going to do the next time I played this. Then I decided, you know what, I'm going to test Shipyards instead for a little bit. But again, it's taking a lot more time than I thought it would. We're already an hour and 40 minutes into this, and still haven't even completed the shipyard itself. So I was hoping to only spend 2 hours screwing around with this, but apparently not. Might have to give it another 30 odd minutes or so just to test things out. Assuming we have the funds and everything required to do so. Worst comes to worst, I'm not going to let this progress completely die out. I will keep the save file around the third slot. Hope they'll mark that and try not to screw myself over with that. It's 70% right now, so we're getting there. This is still kind of mind-numbing, but what can you do? What can you do? It is literally watching space paint dry. There we go. All the while in the background, my money is slowly going up. Although I have lost quite a few ships as well. So the big issue with the trade ships right now is they are getting blown up way too often to the point where I'm beginning to wonder how worth it is for them. Because each one of them is probably, you know, close to 600,000, I think it was, or somewhere along that range. So if they've only made like 3 trades or even 4 trades and then die, they still haven't made up their value yet. So, it's definitely an annoyance. Space paint, woo! Exactly. Well, we're at 70%, so we're getting there. We are getting there. I like the fact that we have both of these, though, like, right next to each other, which is hilarious. Payment received. That's selling Claytronics again, which, again, I'm going to remove that soon, I think, because he's just not making enough profit on that. I mean, he is technically making profit, but ironically enough, he's making the same amount of profit with each run of Claytronics as they would be doing any of the high-tech resources and such.
We're taking hits.
Then get the hell out of there, because I don't care. Now saving. Please wait. And stretch and yawn, because bloody hell am I tired. Hey, we still gotta test this out a little bit. But yeah. So the Monitor is currently my resupply ship for... And actually, I don't even know if I can dock the Rattlesnake on that, because the Rattlesnake is my main... Which I'm about to bring back there. My main marine barge. That's actually why it was there in the first place, was to get more Marines. Which I'll have to make sure to order it to come back now next time. But yeah. I don't know if the Rattlesnake can dock with that, because it is an L-class ship. But I can also just transfer the Marines from space, but I'll have to make sure we have enough cargo drones and such as well. Increased Xenon resistance in Helos Tree Twin 1. Oh god, it was already horrible enough there. How much worse has it gotten? Oh, that's how much worse it's gotten. They have a defense platform now, and it appears to be a fully operational defense platform. Oh god, the amount of Ks has increased. I think the I... Nope, the I is still there. Patrol Battleship I. They have multiple Ks there as well. They would have to... that's kind of a ridiculous fleet. The Xenon... There's some kind of error going around, I think, with the spawning script and such for that. Because the Xenon should not be deploying that kind of a fleet. That kind of a fleet's enough to basically slaughter several sectors. And yet they somehow managed to get it. I just... But yeah, I digress. We're gonna go look at the monitor is what I was doing, yes. Who is way the hell up here at Guiding Star. Like, screw it, I'll try and access your information in here. Formation, ship overview. Yeah, you have a medium and an S dock. You wouldn't be able to... I would not be able to dock the Rattlesnake with you. So yeah, we'll just have to hope they can properly transfer Marines into space. Because the Rattlesnake itself can hold about 90 submarines, I would say. And I think it might even be up to 100. And the Monitor holds 400. So it's a nice resupply. Alright, let's take a look at the progress here, because it looks pretty close to complete. It is 96%. And it's now a wharf, too, properly. Grand Exchange 1 wharf. I wonder what it's going to call itself when I have a shipyard attached to this as well, because that is the eventual plan, is I will have a wharf and a shipyard attached to the station. The question there is, though, do I have to have 4 separate wharfs and 4 separate, L/XL? And I think L and XL might even be separate, if I'm not mistaken, shipyards. And they are done. Now the question is, how do I actually tweak this?
Docking granted.
Perhaps I have to go in and actually talk to the manager. We'll see. Build ships. There is no ship trader on board. Does that mean I have to give them a NPC specific to that? I think I might have a couple still in my ship, so we'll see. We will see.
Successfully docked.
It's an honor to have you aboard.
Yes, work here as the ship trader, please.
Hello.
Dragon.
And I'll go ahead and manually go down there because why not? Might even be able to talk to you from here, actually.
Can I help?
Buy ships. So this is the only one we have access to. Interesting. So we are required. Let me double check and see if this mod, how it's supposed to even work. If it works. Subscribed items. Hmm. Contact either ship trader or manager, analyze ship, and then select the ship to analyze. Okay. Let's see if this works. But yeah, as it turns out, we need to have the blueprint for all of the engine components, weapon components, the whole shebang as well.
Can I help?
Analyze ship. Oh, yes, the dragon.
Affirmative.
Now the question is that an instant process? And is it viable? Hey, Botsy, welcome.
Can I help? Goodbye.
So the other ship is
Can I
gone.
help?
But I don't have the ability to make it. So, that being the case, let's test this further. Buy ships. Why must you hate me? Let's go with our good friend, the Vulture Sentinel. So that should be built relatively quickly. Oh, actually, no. Analysis of the dragon. Holy shit! Analysis of the dragon is going to take 7.5 hours, actually. Jesus. Yes, basically. It's obviously going to take way too goddamn long. Unfortunately, I can't buy the blueprints because the station's destroyed. How else can I test that? Because I'm not waiting. I don't know about you, but I don't think I'm going to be waiting 7 hours this to complete. Still, at least I know it's not super cheap to do it this way.
Hello.
Can I do
Can I
multiple
help?
at a time at the very least?
Affirmative.
Yeah, multiple can be analyzed at a time. That was at 3.4 hours. which would still take, considering how long we waited the first time, it would still take me probably 30 minutes on Seda for that to happen, so yeah. Actually, you know what? I have a better idea. What is the time on an S class going to cost me? Oh no, I know. In-game time, I'm well aware. It's just it's still going to be a lot of time. Let's get a Falcon fighter here. We'll just go with a medium preset, call it good. Alright, come and dock here, my friend. I shudder to think the time it's going to cost if I were to, say, try and reverse engineer the Raptor. Number one. Let me guess, they didn't have enough components to do it, did they? Yeah, I thought so. I'm missing a single weapon component, which is preventing me from... Oh god, get out of the way. Trade screen. Sometimes you just get in the way, my friend. Medium preset, add to shopping list, confirm order. Good enough. Yeah, so if I turn on the SATA, the 7 hours... Well, the 7 hours would probably go by in about maybe an hour. Maybe a little less, depending. Which isn't going to freaking happen. Because I'm not going to keep the stream going and stick around for, you know, an hour of that for no bloody reason. But again, I will keep this save file and be able to screw around with that later. Oh, what the hell are you short of now? Best electronics, god damn it. It's not one thing, it's another. You know what? Oh shit, because all those little suckers got sold along with it. That's stuck in the quarter curb, so I can't get that either. Let's go with the minimum preset then. That shouldn't be beyond their means. It's not. Good. Well, that's because this whole thing with the analysis, this is a mod. So this is something that allows me to take a ship, reverse engineer it, so that I get the blueprint for free. So in order to balance that and not make it an outright cheat, it takes a ridiculous amount of time. And of course you lose the ship in the process. What I want to do is I want to take this small dinky little ship, sell that, or, you know, reverse engineer that, and see if I can, you know, speed up the process per se. The main reason why I'm trying to reverse engineer these guys, though, is I want to see if I can build, and actually, you know what? I'm actually going to have the Asp Scout come here, because that's probably the best bet for this test. Because it is a small split-class ship. There might be a settings file I can edit, but I'm not going to do that right now. So yeah, the main thing I'm trying to figure out here, the main reason why I even did this, which unfortunately I can't test, because the place I buy split blueprints from is currently a pile of rubble. Is can I build split ships in a Talati equipment dock? Or a Talati shipyard, per se. He's gonna take a while to get here, unfortunately. That being the case, let's go to my ship. We're going to pop on out, hit the SATA, And wait a while for them to get here. I wonder if they also take up a dock slot while they do this. No, because the ships are gone. I will still have to manually go in there and talk to him to reverse engineer them, though. Let's go ahead and follow the Asp on its colorful adventure to get here. He is a speedy little ship, which makes sense. He is a scout. I kind of wish all the scouts, I swear, I kind of wish I still had all the scouts that were in the Raptor, but oh well. I did sell it after all. Otherwise, I'd already be out of money too, so it looks like the costs are a lot higher than I initially estimated as well. Because it's not just the, 136 odd million to get the station blueprints. It's then another 8 million to build the station. Or stations, I should say. Another God knows how many million to buy all the component blueprints, because you need weapons, shields, software blueprints. There's a lot of different blueprints that you need in order to do that. Now, the one thing I'm wondering is, on top of, where the hell are you going? Okay, no, he's going the right way. On top of, can I build a split ship in this Talati equipment dock? If I reverse engineer them, does it also reverse engineer the components? Because if it does, the time it's going to take for it to do its thing is worth it, because then it's also, giving me, all of those blueprints that would have cost me a fortune in and of itself. Okay, he's almost here now.
Please halt. We will be scanning your all done. You can go about your business.
Why, thank you. Okay.
Docking granted.
Oh. Looks like they want me to dock in here. And again, look at the amount of crap that got dropped in the area here now. And none of it's actually disappeared yet, which makes me like, huh. Because weird, I saw that whole grouping of stuff disappeared, so I'm kind of confused as to what the rule is on that.
Successfully docked.
Greeting.
It's an honor to have you
Greetings.
aboard.
Oh, you damn right it is. Right, let's go talk to him again and see what the time is going to take for S-class ships to get reverse engineered. Basically, we're just going to do it to all of them so that we can kind of get an idea. No, it doesn't matter. I planned on docking anyway. Weird that that wasn't really showing up properly, but whatever.
Can I
Yo.
help?
Analyze. The ASP scout.
Affirmative.
Confirm. Now saving. Please wait. Let's hope this takes a short amount of time, because we're already 2 hours in, and I'd like to call this here shortly. Just to see whether this works or not. And again, all this should be doing is getting me the blueprint. It doesn't necessarily mean, like, the mod itself shouldn't be enabling me to build this
Can I help?
if the station doesn't allow it.
Affirmative.
go ahead and analyze
Can I help?
that.
Affirmative.
At least there's no limit to what I can analyze. So they're all the same. 3 hour-ish and 22 seconds. Which is unfortunately a lot of time. That's another 20 minutes of me basically sitting around doing nothing. Because we can see the rate at which it's going here. Yeah, that's the problem. There's nothing I can do to speed up that process. The first one's already 11% done. Let me see if I have my... later. Alright, waiting for it to hit 13, which it just did. So we'll see roughly what this is going to take. Or exactly what it's going to take. Maybe off by a couple of seconds, but we'll see. Alright. So I'll say 24 here, just as a guesstimation. That would be... so 34 minutes, basically. The Chimera is going to take 34 minutes of actual time in order to finish the blueprinting. And we sure as hell ain't gonna wait for that. So I think I'm going to probably call this here for now. I will just let this run. Probably. I'll probably even turn off the SATA and just let it run overnight. That way I will be able to test it again in the morning and get a affirmative or not as to how long or whether or not we can build the split class ships in a non-split shipyard. Because again, it's late, I'm tired, and I don't want to keep all of you sitting here watching this screen for 30 odd minutes. That would be boring as all shit. So yeah, no. For the other guy, I can't remember. Again, my brain not working very well at this point. For whoever else was wondering as well about the making money side of things, Navidium, again, is a great way to make money. Usually 5 medium-class ships, maybe 6, are more than enough, more than what you need. Because eventually you will basically supply the universe with what they need for Navidium. That will refresh after a period of time, and they will all go back to needing like 2,000 or 3,000 Navidium. But you might end up with a period of time where they basically just have to sit idle because they can't do any trading. But it does refresh at a pretty decent rate, and it seems like it refreshes at a higher rate than what it used to. But yeah. Nvidia mining is definitely one of the greater ways to make money. Other than that, of course, there's the actual setting up of proper traders, which I use a specific little script that I picked up, Tater Trader, to do. If I were to grab the Pelican Sentinel here as an example, go to his information, he actually needs to be... let me go ahead and calm him.
Can I help?
because he needs to be a level 1 pilot in order to actually do this script. Go on down to Tater Trade, and we got a lot of options here. So they can buy and sell up to 8 gates, which is quite a distance, especially considering that the default, if I were to go for the default auto trade or distribute wares, it would be local or over, I think, like 3 or 4 gates, which isn't very much, to be honest. But this one is quite different, per se. I can bind them to their home here, which would basically say after every trade that you've done, come back home. I can just click on this and set him to a different sector. Check distance will add a calculator. Basically, they will check how far they have to go, or how many gates they have to go through to trade their goods, and factor that in, depending on how much penalty per jump you put on here, to their kind of profit calculation there. Same thing for own stations, buy material and sell material. Costs, so I don't really use this one as much, but if I were to crank down the buy, then it'd basically be like, come on, buy our stations, pick up stuff at this price, and then sell it. But yeah. Free trade and fast trade. Fast trade, I know it trades accuracy for speed. Free trade ignores... This is a weird one. It ignores racial trade restrictions, but not the trade bans. I honestly don't know what that means. But yeah, it's an option. Station trader, obviously it's going to be trading for the station. Station smuggler, he will attempt to smuggle illegal goods for your station. You interrupted my SATA, you son of a gun. Information. We have several ware preset lists, so you can either select one of these preset wares, and it will copy presets. Is essentially it will copy the list of wares from this to the what they will trade, or you can add remove wares manually if there's something you just want them to trade in an area. You can add excluded sectors, like for example, he was Twin 1. I kind of don't want them in there right now. And likewise, I would enable trade bans. It'd be like, I really don't want you trading with the Zyre Patriarchy, because they kind of suck. And then finally, scan speed. Obviously, it basically toggles how quickly the script runs. Higher it is, the faster the script runs, the laggier shit gets. So if you have a whole bunch of these running, it's better to keep them relatively low so that your computer is not going to have a meltdown. But yeah, I am going... Let me go ahead and turn around here. Because honestly, what else do I have for the... Let me check my extensions here. What else do I have for extensions right now? There's the reverse engineering, rebalance mining plus. What this basically does is that it essentially increases the range of mining lasers and turrets so that ships aren't basically ramming into asteroids to mine them. The A-ship balance mod is currently off because I'm not really using the expanded content, which would add in 2 additional hostile races, as well as a variety of nice ships. The Bayman carrier is something I just added on. Better kill credits. Just makes things a bit more... You get a bit more money for killing things. I had that enabled a long time ago. Crew training courses allows you to buy... Rare ingredients required to craft modifications are now sold by non-pirate traders. Oh, did I enable that? That's a weird one. Because it's not... No, that's the one that literally just adds crew training to the traders so that I can actually buy the modules, because it was just a pain in the ass to get them to level up their piloting skill. All of this was an old balance stuff that I disabled when they released the new version, because a lot of that seems to have been dealt with for the most part anyway. Improved scouts is actually a nice one, because it improves the sensor range of scout boys by 50% to make them a bit more useful. Improved spacesuit adds a bunch of spacesuit upgrades. So you got MK2 thrusters, MK3 thrusters, MK2 repair, and MK3 repair lasers. I do have the mule and supply warehouse extended turned on, but I don't have a use for it yet because I don't have enough stations for it. What it basically allows you to do is you build a separate station that's just full of like storage, essentially. And you can order these mules to transfer from your various stations the goods to this central location, which can then take it and distribute it to other stations of your faction that might need those resources, or take it and trade it to the local economy. So that's definitely something that's very useful for later on, late game, when you need to do something like that to help with your organization. But beyond that, yeah. Player HQ, this just allows me, the SCA Pirate HQ, to upgrade small, medium ships. Relation haggling is something I threw on because, exactly as I said before, my ships were attacking ministry stations for no goddamn reason, and it pissed me off, so I picked this up so I could basically pay to get my reputation back to neutral, which cost 7 freaking million to take it from -10 to -4. Not cheap at all. And finally, we have the Extra Birth ship pack, which just adds all the Extra Birth ships to the game. Because why not have more ships? And honestly, some of the X4 ships are just sexy, sexy ships. The Arawan, among other things, is one that I definitely want to get my hands on, because it's just really, really nice. But, as I said, I'm going to pull my ship in here where it's going to be hopefully safe.
Docking granted.
Hey, yeah, screw it, we'll just dock then. That'll be fine. Don't really care if my stations get destroyed in that regard, as long as this one doesn't, but honestly I don't see that happening.
Successfully docked.
Get up, and we're just going to kind of chill here.
To have you aboard.
Hello.
And basically wait for it to do its thing, which will take a long time, because even with all my going on and faffing about per se, it's only at 31%, so we're not gonna wait for that. That being said, I'm gonna call that there for now. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. Hopefully you all enjoyed. Definitely have yourselves a fantastic evening, and I will see you all later tomorrow, where we will finalize this lovely little test here. And then I will probably reload my previous main save, and we'll go back to the actual objective that we were going to do before I decided to test this whole thing. Assaulting the Patriarch space and capturing some more of their ships. Because why not? Why capture a few of their ships when I can have more? But I will have to remember to tell the Raptor to turn around and go somewhere else to get refitted, because I'd rather they not attack, enemy ships near friendly stations. Very bad mojo in that regard. Maybe I'll upgrade to the beta version, which might prevent them from doing that, but I don't want it to break any of my scripts. Beyond that, Rattlesnake as well needs to get the hell out of that sector so he doesn't piss anyone off. And then we will begin the assault on the Patriarch space next time. Regardless, again, thanks for watching. Have a great one. See y'all.